It's my favorite time of the year again, and Worlds has come back around. All of the international pros are currently in Korea for their summer camp training. I love this time because there are just so many great games to watch and spectate. The pros are all climbing and competing and trying to see who can climb faster in Korea. North America's star mid laner Bjergsen, however, has had some difficulties, particularly on one champion. Currently, Bjergsen has a 25% win rate on Fizz. Why has this occurred? I've seen a bunch of different reasons and excuses for why Bjergsen's not doing so well. The main one being jet lag. But the one thing that no one has mentioned yet is that perhaps these Korean solo queue players are good at playing Korean solo queue. Most people forget that even though a pro is put somewhere like Diamond 5, their MMR is way higher than anyone in that average elo. Take this game for example with IMT Flame. He is the only Diamond 5 player in the game. He's playing against Diamond 1 and Diamond 2 players. When you're in Diamond 1 in any region, you have to play against Master Tier players and sometimes Challenger Tier players. So these guys are playing against the best that Korea has to offer. Huni, Pina, and Faker. And it's not like Bjergsen is bad, but you know, Faker. If some no-name Korean solo queue player can stand up against Faker, is it so surprising that he can occasionally beat Bjergsen? So instead of talking about whether Bjergsen was jet-lagged, or if he didn't get enough sleep, or if he got too much Pokimane, let's talk about how these Korean players were actually able to beat Bjergsen. We've all had our frustrations against Fizz, and watching Bjergsen get shit on might help us learn something about Fizz. So I took the time to watch all of Bjergsen's games, and I wanted to highlight 3 key instances to show you some strategies that you can implement against Fizz. Here's the first clip I want to highlight. Bjergsen goes up against Ahri. Now, Fizz has the advantage in this matchup so long as he can dodge enough poke from the Ahri. Bjergsen also usually takes TP, which gives him an easier laning phase. The best way to harass someone down is to go for it when they're going for a creep, because during that time, they will have a brief window where they cannot respond and fight back. So far, Ahri has been trying to go for an auto attack every single time that Bjergsen has been going for a last hit, but Bjergsen is able to effectively dodge most of the poke. Now, look at the minion line. Bjergsen's minion line is almost down, and Ahri will have a clear shot to hit Bjergsen with her charm. Bjergsen's E is still on cooldown, so he can't use it as a dodge. But Bjergsen is expecting this, so he fakes out going for the minion, and Ahri misses the charm. This gives Bjergsen a lot of safety now, because he doesn't have to worry about dodging charm for a while, and he's wasted Ahri's mana. When Bjergsen gets pushed into his tower, he does the exact same thing, faking out Ahri's charm and avoiding another crucial skill shot. But Ahri continues to poke him down with auto attacks every chance she gets. On the 3rd attempt, she does not go for the charm. She just waits for Bjergsen to go in and use his abilities, and this time it lands. Ahri throws her charm where Bjergsen is going to land with his E, hitting her combo and securing a first blood solo kill. The second game is Bjergsen versus Aurelion Sol. Aurelion has pink warded the bottom river bush in order to be able to get ganks off safely from that area. Bjergsen goes aggressive and gets some good damage down, but does not all in him because he knows that Aurelion still has exhaust. Look at Sejuani on the minimap. She still hasn't moved from her position. She's been there from the start. This is because she knows that in order to be able to get any kind of effective gank on a Fizz, she needs to wait until Bjergsen uses his E in order to be able to get her stun down. Otherwise, the gank is not a guaranteed kill. Bjergsen backs off with E and Sejuani flashes in to get her crowd control down and guaranteeing this kill. Had Sejuani had been impatient there, the gank probably wouldn't have been successful. In this final clip, it's a game where Bjergsen is insanely fed. His opponent wasn't able to do enough in lane, and Bjergsen was able to roam and get a bunch of kills. I think we all know how oppressive and frustrating and stupid it is to play against a really fed Fizz. And to play against Bjergsen's Fizz must be extremely frustrating. But this team was still able to pull this game out from under him. Here's how it happened. Jace got a solo kill on Sejuani, and Bjergsen shows up to pick up the free kill. Bjergsen is now 7-1, making him the most fed member on his team. He shows intent to stay bot lane and farm out minions after his kill. So the enemy team immediately starts looking for a fight. They know they'll have a way better chance at winning a fight if the main threat on the enemy team is not present during this fight. Taric lines up a great double stun, allowing Kog'Maw to free hit the backline, and Ziggs hits an ult that basically guarantees Twitch's death. They clean up Alistar and proceed to Baron. Now Bjergsen has to make his way over to the Baron. Sejuani has respawned, but she doesn't have her ultimate yet for this important fight. The only thing that Bjergsen has to do in this fight is kill Kog'Maw. If Bjergsen can just blow up Kog'Maw, the rest of the enemy team won't be able to finish Baron and they'll get scattered. Bjergsen makes a critical mistake here though. His ultimate is just a few seconds away from coming back up, but he doesn't wait for it. Bjergsen goes in too soon on Kog'Maw and doesn't really do enough damage to be able to blow him up. He gets chunked out really hard and has to retreat at this point. Afterwards, Taric finds him, flashes in, and takes Bjergsen down. This huge momentum swing later turns into a 5-for-0 teamfight against Bjergsen's team, and it results in his own team surrendering shortly after. Just because one person is insanely fed on the enemy team does not mean you stop looking for opportunities on other places on the map. These guys capitalized on the fact that Bjergsen was spending time bot and basically won the game in a single swing. Every single player makes mistakes, you just have to be ready to capitalize them and exploit them. Thanks for watching. You can check out Bjergsen's stream in the description below, and you can follow me on Twitter and subscribe to my YouTube channel for any updates to my stream or to my content. That's it. Bye. Hey guys, I have a problem that I need your help to fix. My internet. As most of you know, I can't stream because of it. Some people think that my modem is an old modem like this, but actually it's like this. I caught a snail in the wilderness, attached antennas to his head, and stuck an Ethernet cable in his ass. How can you help? Check out Mobalytics.com. A cutting-edge website that doesn't just tell you your stats, but also tells you what areas you should be improving on. It has a one-of-a-kind GPI that tracks your improvement and compares you to other people in your own tier and tiers that you want to reach. The Gamer Performance Index shows you exactly how well you're doing in each category. These 8 categories break down and try to get you to understand exactly what you need to improve. Mobalytics also gives you pre-game and post-game advice to improve your gameplay and to remind you of things that you should be thinking about in each individual game. This isn't another stats website, it's a website that tells you exactly how good or bad you are. Also, I need a new modem.